Sats and the Rat as a duo on this program for the very final time. It's sad. It is very sad for Mate Internet. $30 off for 6 months with Mate Internet. Now, great mates, Sats and the Rat join us. G'day, boys.
Hey guys, how are you?
Oh, we're going good. I'm sad.
You sounded like those twins. You just
Spoke together.
Run. He's got a gun. Boys, this is a sad day. This is a real sad day because Harry Knuckles is going.
Yep.
And it's the last time we're going to ever get to speak to him because once he becomes a general manager,
Yep.
you know we're off.
Oh, we're out.
Mate, I
He'll
said
delete
that
my
to him,
number.
Fletch. I said, we'll lose you. You'll just brush us completely.
Yeah, true.
Have we got the tribute for him yet, or should we wait? Should we just do it at the end, or we'll do it now, Turi? Okay, this is it. We need to have that music.
Yeah.
You know, Green Day.
Time of your life.
Okay, let's go, Turi.
We heard about that. We said, what a loser this bloke is.
That's right.
And then we realised when we played you one day, you had Harry Knuckles, and all bets were off.
Hey, boys.
He actually does have hairy knuckles.
Of course he
Of
does.
course he does.
He does.
The Rattler.
Don't fight Harry Knuckles.
No.
I gave my Speedos after my last game.
Jeez, I'm sure
To
they
who?
were Stoked.
I think it's just a ball boy. He said, can I have your socks and your shorts? And
Are you serious?
and so what I did is I had my shorts and my Speedos were in the shorts and my socks were all bundled up next to it. I was about to go and have a shower. And I said, yeah, just take all that. So he picked it all up.
Hey, sorry,
Now
just say you took your pants off in front of a ball boy.
So,
Right, okay.
well,
Different times.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you get the chance to go to the Chuchi tunnels?
He did to Coochie tunnels. Yeah, went down the tunnels.
Ooh, how'd you fit?
Yeah, I know.
Didn't someone get stuck?
Yeah, a lady in front of me, a septic tank, a yank got stuck in front of me.
You big
And
rig?
I started to panic a little bit because she couldn't get out of the hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
claustrophobia.
panicked or she panicked?
I started panicking.
How'd they get her out? That degrees are up.
I started envisaging me putting my shoulder under the butt crack and having to push her through the. Have you ever heard that urban myth about remember OMO, OMO, which was like the old.
In the washing powder.
Yeah. If the husbands would go away for long periods of time with work, they used to put a box of that in their window, and OMO meant old man out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it meant only moan once.
What is it with all? I heard at the top of the show with your news of the week, everything is like sex related with you guys.
With
What is
us?
it?
No, it's
Yeah.
not. This is what.
It's Aaron Molan getting stuff injected into her head.
No, hang on.
How is
That is a beauty.
related?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's salmon sperm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
But
just,
that's nothing to do with. That's got nothing to do with. What are we talking? Smart.
Yeah, there you go. All those great memories.
It's going to be hard.
We'll have those for life. We won't have our man Sattler for life.
No, are you
Old
sad?
man out, as they
Sats,
say.
Are you sad?
I am sad, very sad actually.
How long has it been, Sats?
I wasn't over 13 years.
Oh, wow.
Only 14 years. Yeah.
Big stint.
After hearing that, it's very sad actually. It's it's been good. It's been really
Anyway,
good. Yeah.
Anyway, Rat's asked. Hey, Rat, what about the Sharkies? Just couldn't get it done.
Nah. Just got away to a slow start, I thought, and just constantly chasing their tail. Bit disappointing, but I think they're definitely a better side this year than they were last year, and players have just got to get better.
I thought Fitzy after the game summed it up perfectly. Like he sort of said, we're sort of here at the moment where we're credible, but we won't get
They're
full
not great.
respect until we
Yeah.
win the comp. Yeah, I thought he summed it up perfect.
And what about you, Sats? You're
Yeah.
going to be GM of the Gold Coast Titans. Are you sitting there hoping one day that you'll be playing in a prelim? Like,
Not hoping. I'm
when you watch it, though,
I'm
when you
manifesting.
visualize, manifest. When you watch it,
Yep.
when you're watching it, and you're looking at these top end teams,
Yeah.
what are you looking at? What are you looking at? You're going, how do the Titans get there? What do we need?
Well, they all say it starts with the front office, so you got to get some people in the environment as well. You got to have some marquee players, which I think the Gold Coast Titans have got some tremendous
Absolutely.
young players so it's just getting everything right, all the alignment, which is half the job when you get in there, just ensuring that all the people are aligned and everyone's heading in the same direction. So, softly.
I'll tell you what, boys, if you and Sats, if you could pinch a coffee with Fagan, that Chris Fagan. There's I don't know the game at all, but just there's something that he's doing and they're doing up there. It's just...
See, he was the general manager at Hawthorn for a number of years when Alistair Clarkson was there. And they were winning all the comps with Luke Hodge and Buddy and all those guys. And then from all reports, Alistair Clarkson used to go to him with a lot of the advice, or you're asking some advice around the dynamics of the team, and then all of a sudden they said you need to be a coach. So then when the Lions job came up, and they were struggling, the Lions, that was amazing.
I tell you, a must listen for anyone who wants to do any kind of coaching. So remember Kurt Wrigley? Well, you know Wriggles, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Ratty, a great fella, Wriggles, and he's does a lot of work for a company called Leading Teams.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time,
Yeah, he actually got involved with Parramatta when they started to get on their rise. But Leading Teams have done an interview with Chris Fagan, and it's a cracking interview. So anyone who's got any interest in coaching or leading teams, full stop, go and check it out for Leading Teams. It's a belter of an interview.
When was that Parramatta rise that you're speaking of?
Oh,
was that like
back in the year?
In 80, in the early
this
80s.
year,
yeah.
Right back into this year. Oh, okay.
He came,
nice.
and since he turned up, they just kept winning.
What do they say?
No. He's a good man, Wriggles.
Why don't we
Great
throw
fella.
him to? Well, hang on, Sats. Why don't you bump
Wriggles? Yeah, you
Why don't we
should.
bug him.
You should.
Bump him and see what we
Hey,
can do.
boys, did you see, I think I read something today for Landy's thinking about maybe next year having a day grand final. Did you think the game yesterday was so much more intense, a lot more intense?
You were talking about this earlier on, boys, weren't you? The numbers.
Yeah,
Well,
the numbers
just
have broken.
the quality of the game, I thought, too.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be next year. It's going to be the first year of the new broadcast deal. So that'll be 2028.
Yep.
Would be the first time we maybe see a day. Well, the numbers don't lie, like
No.
Shakira's hips. So
Shakira's
we,
Shakira.
it was, and it is a test.
Yeah.
It is a full, like rugby league's hard as it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
But rugby league is hard nearing October when it was like 26 degrees up there.
So good.
It was, and the ball sticks. We saw
Just a better game.
it is a better game.
It's a better game.
I was
full
talking
stop.
to someone today who was at the game, and they said, Matty Keating, former Parramatta hooker.
Oh yeah.
He was at the game yesterday with his son. He said the actual grandstand felt like it was shaking yesterday. There were people that have been to Origin games. When Benny Hunt took that intercept, and a few years ago, I'd never heard Suncorp Stadium like that. People were saying yesterday was pretty much the same as an Origin match.
Tell you what, there's some stories there, boys. There's like so many redemption stories.
Yep.
You know, like to win the Clive, Ben Hunt, if he was to do it, what a story that'd be.
Yep.
Pat Carrigan, can he do a Glenn Stewart? Needs the team to get the job done without him being there, comes back from suspension.
That was the grand final yesterday. Who gets it?
Payne
I
Haas.
think Payne Haas.
Payne Haas,
Yeah,
yes.
Payne Haas.
Front rowers never got it yet, have they?
Haven't
He
they?
would have been.
No.
No.
Jared
no.
Warrior-Hargroves.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Brent
No,
Kite.
Brent Kite. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Brent Kite.
Oh, sorry.
A centre's never got it. A benchy's never got it.
So we've only had one front rower.
Any
Brent
wingers?
Kite. Brent Kite. No wingers.
I'm gonna unleash the Clive code this week.
Right.
I think you'll find something like, boys, 25 of the last 27 have been aged between 23 and 27.
Yeah, and they've won the Geelong Cup first up. Too.
They did.
hey, let's change tact. Let's go to golf.
Oh.
I was just
this morning.
immersed in it. How good was it?
So
was
good. What
great.
about Shane Lowry?
Great to watch.
To sink that putt to win it for the Europeans, but they keep playing. I thought they just would drag the other three players off the course because you've already won.
Well, people pay a lot of money to go, so I think.
yeah,
they want
true.
To sort of
So
play it out.
when Shane Lowry sunk that putt, and they interviewed him after it, and they said, "And what a great touch! Ryder Cup in 2 years in Ireland," and he finished off with, "Well, it's going to be a lot better than playing here because the fans were
just-
rank, weren't they?"
They were wrong. Off the
Well,
bit.
were you? I mean, Rory obviously he engaged into the. He brought a lot of it upon himself. Do you feel that?
I don't
Ray?
think so. No, I think he's being playing for the European team in New York. They always knew it was going to be a hostile crowd, particularly after the last Ryder Cup in Rome, where Rory and Lowry got into a bit of a heated argument, and then it spilled into the car park. And there's always a lot of emotion around it. But I mean, have you been to New York, Fletch?
I have.
It's a pretty abrupt sort of place. Like the people there
Yes.
sort of don't get in your way, and or they get in your way, and that's sort of like there's not much love lost over there.
No.
So I can imagine after in Rome they knew it was going to be hostile. A friend of mine, well, my business partner's actually over there, and I spoke to him this morning. I said, "What was it like?" He goes, "Mate, it was rank. It was bad. Like it was embarrassing." That's how
The
bad
Yanks
it was.
did that?
Yeah.
The Yanks,
just their carry on was just over the top.
Okay.
So couldn't have happened to a nicer bunch of blokes getting beat by the Europeans.
What about when he was sledging him? He dropped it about 3 foot from the hole.
Yeah,
Rory.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shut the F
Fantastic.
up and then stumps one.
I want to get your tips for next week because I'm not going to speak to you, Harry Knuckles. Who's going to be holding up the trophy?
I believe in this is where I romanticise with rugby league.
Yeah,
So I'm going to say everyone's heckling Madge at the start of the year.
Yep.
He wins in all formats. Ben Hunt, 10-year anniversary from 2015.
Oh, yes, that's.
I think the good karma comes back to say, well, that erases that memory as well.
I want him to win for Ben Hunt. That's just to push that to the side and focus on.
What about? Did you see that? It was over social media that Adam Reynolds started the Penrith
Dynasty by missing a kick,
and then he in 21, and then he finished
ended it.
Yeah.
Well, the other way you can do it as well, like on a similar vein. So the Dragons' great run was bookended by South Sydney winning either side.
Yep.
Melbourne Storm have got the chance to bookend the Panther run as well. So there's a few little narratives there. Boys, with Carrigan coming back, somebody's going to have to pay the price.
Yep.
Who do you see making way for Carrigan coming back into the side?
I think probably Tyson Smoothie.
Oh, I thought Corey Pakes. I thought they'd start Ben Hunt and bring in Ezra to start.
Really?
I don't
Put Smoothie on the bench.
I don't reckon they'll start Ezra.
Nah, I was thinking that too. It just
not.
worked. It worked so well.
I don't think they'll do too many changes, actually.
I'm with Rat. I think the smooth operator, he had a blinder.
Yeah.
He had a great game.
Early doors.
Unfortunately, I think Corey Pakes might pay the price. I think he may pay.
It's a good headache to have.
That's a
good problem.
Jesus, that's tough. It's just cruel, isn't it? I was saying before, boys, like I'd love for grand final day just to have, like just for having the hope, just let everyone go on the bench and however the game plays out, you choose 4 on the day. I just hate eliminating players. It's just so cruel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yep.
Will Billy get a ring? Do you feel Billy Wallers? If they
He should.
No,
This is where
what do
it's
they
an
do?
issue.
No, you don't get one. You only get there's 17, 18 players, and 18 players, and then the coach. And I think the CEO gets one as well, and that's it. Then it's up to the club to get them.
They should make 30 rings every year.
Yeah.
There's 30 players in the squad. If you're in that 30-man squad, you should be getting a ring.
Yeah, I
Bottom,
remember-
end of
Is there
story.
anyone in your year, Fletcher, played a massive role? Because for our year, while you think about it, ours was Colin Ward.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had Dave Kidwell and Toddy Byrne. Skinny Byrne.
What about you, Shug? Was there anyone in your year that missed out?
Where's that mirror?
That's why I'm asking you.
Rat, did you ever break your arm?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And did you ever played in it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Played with that. And I missed 4 weeks. But,
4 weeks?
Not 3. Like he missed 3 weeks and came back and played.
When you had it, when you were playing with it, could you feel it? Like what was going on?
Not really, because they put this sort of fiberglass thing around it that sort of disperses.
Oh, fiberglass, illegal.
Well, yeah, maybe. Well,
Hang on.
It's like this, not fiberglass per se.
Yes, it was. It's fiberglass.
I'm using the wrong terminology. It's
Cheap.
It's like this plastic that
concrete.
disperses pressure. So if you get a hit directly on it, it sort of disperses the pressure across it. So it's, it didn't really hurt. No.
Were you surprised that the Sharks didn't target him?
I was very surprised.
I thought Eli
tested him
Katoa did the old Tony Carroll. He protected him pretty well. Yeah.
What about that try saver from Pappenhausen on Nickera?
Yeah.
Holy dooly.
What about the line
Nickera.
Nickera ran first?
Oh.
Yeah. It was amazing. Like I don't think Melbourne, you can tell Melbourne in the first 5 or 10 minutes if they're on, and they were on the other night. But do you know what? They're still really ill-disciplined. They drop a lot of ball. They give away. I mean, there's a lot of penalties in the game anyway. They just allowed the Sharkies to continue getting back in the game.
Isn't it an understanding, though, like how well these coaches know their players? Because you look at the Melbourne Storm and they're shifting all these players around, bringing back in Jerome Hughes after Pezzett has played, and it's sort of similar up there at Brisbane. With as a pundit, we sort of look at it and you're sort of judging, oh, geez, I wouldn't do that. But the coaches, they're just so ingrained with their team and they just understand the intricacies of everything. They just pull the right strings at the right time, these two coaches, haven't they?
Hey, boys, what about this, right? So, I mean, will they run out of good time tokens? Maybe they won't, the Broncos. So if you knew the probability, right, so the percentage chance, if you knew ahead of the finals that the Broncos would find themselves in that situation with Carrigan being off, they were gone, and then they'd find themselves 14-0 against the Panthers at that time, do you know that's about 700 to 1? That's how remote a chance it is for the Broncos to have got where they got. It's incredible.
Well, in all honesty, did you think at any stage at halftime the Broncos can come back and win?
No
I didn't think they were any chance at all.
I'd already cashed my ticket in. I had 13 plus.
Yep.
I was already in the queue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd get close. So, just credit to them. And when Reece missed that kick, I said to my daughter, and we're watching the game together, I said, you know what? He'll come back and he'll do something that'll win him the game here. Because that's just his nature. After he got sent off, it's the noise. It's a noise in his head that makes him better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and boys, Group 1 Gav had a cracking umpiring game for the AFL on Saturday. If
I heard a
if you
few
got
roofs.
around it. Yeah, he's done it. He's done a
few
couple of
roofs.
roofs. So, did you watch Snoop Dogg at least?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I thought.
Thoughts?
I thought it was 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was just safe. I thought.
Well, yeah, but they paid $5 million for him.
Are you
Only well
serious?
spent.
Boys,
Yeah.
look, don't worry about Snoop. Don't worry about Snoop. This guy's a bigger ticket. Look, he has been at SEN from the absolute get-go, before when it was NRL Nation and going back way back. Sats, it is very, very sad to see you go, mate. You've put this whole station on your back for so long. You're going to be sadly missed. Can you give us some parting words?
I'll see you on Sunday, sugar.
Oh, no. That's not fair. Don't. No, this is.
I've been
don't
working
do
with you
that.
guys long enough to know that you're
Yeah,
going to
I know.
carve me up.
No, I know. I'm serious here. Sats,
Shut
you have
up.
the last say.
No, go away.
Just give us something.
No,
Come on.
I love you all,
Yeah.
as Jeff Finnick would say.
No, just
Nice.
give us one. Give us one. Come on, you got to ruin it, Joe.
Okay, I got one. Yeah. Paul Dunn and Willie Mason.
Righto, see you Sunday.
Paul Dunn.
I'll see you Sunday, Sats.
Front rows the one that Clive Churchill.
Yeah, Willie Mason's another one there.
Mace was in the back row.
Yeah, it seems like a front row
True.
wins it every second year, Fletch.
See you
Anyway,
Sunday.
good. See you, boys.
Hang
Well
on.
done.
Where are we going to be Sunday?
We're calling
He's
the
calling
game
the
together.
Yeah.
Should I come and say g'day?
Get amongst it.
You'll be doing
Yeah,
folding.
come down.
You'll
Righto,
be
boys.
doing
We'll catch you.
folding.
Good to chat. See you
There
later.
you guys.
Stephen the Beaver Donald, 25 tests for the All Blacks, the 2011 World Cup winner, 7 tests against our very own Wallabies. And I'm pleased to say the great man is back to rub Denker rub into the eyeballs with the All Blacks winning 33-24. G'day, Beaver.
G'day, mate. How are we?
Yeah.
Oh, going good, Bev. I've missed this voice.
Yeah, we've missed you.
What have you been doing, Bev?
We're not burning this contact.
No. What are you doing? What have you been doing?
Oh, what have I been doing? Well, yeah, finished radio, and now I'm just doing the footy, the rugby on TV over here, to be fair.
Ooh.
That's about the gig.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into this. I want to get into this.
Yeah.
Are we getting better, and you blokes getting worse? What's going on?
Oh, who's listening? Who's listening to this? No, without a shadow of a doubt, the Wallabies are going a whole lot better than they have for a long, long time. And we, admittedly, are going for a fairly rough patch at the moment. The scorelines would suggest, but the Wallabies are well and truly starting to come of age. A few boys standing up massively. So, no, you've got a little bit of hope there, Fletch.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
but what a rough patch they're going through, Brian. 52 straight wins at Eden
No,
Park.
I know.
It's a rough trial.
I know, but what about the week before?
Yeah.
2 weeks before,
True.
when the Saffers just tailed you up?
At home, record breaking. I know. Tough watch.
What's the true standings at the moment, Beaver? Like, regardless of official rankings, who are the top 4
Yep.
teams in order, in your opinion?
South Africa, and then a fair bit of daylight.
Wow.
And then you're looking at us, Ireland, France, and I'm prepared to put the Wallabies all in amongst a bit of a pot there.
Wow.
So South Africa clear out there on their own at the moment, and then I think you've got about 4 or 5 teams, I reckon, who could lay claim on any one day. And to be fair, they can all beat each other, including South Africa. But you've got to say that if there was a World Cup tomorrow, they'd be short. They'd be very short.
Now, Beav, when we spoke to you before Schmitty got the job, Joe Schmidt, you were waxing lyrically. You said to us, and I remember it, he said your scrummage will be a lot better. Is that has that been the case? Is that why we've improved a bit?
Yeah, up front, you guys have improved massively. And the big thing that you're not having now is, I don't know how to say it eloquently, but I know you guys don't mind. You don't have that 15 or 20-minute time period just before full time where someone shits the bed.
Right.
And
Okay, that's
yeah,
eloquent.
yeah, I know that's on point for you boys, so I didn't worry about it. But like sometimes, like you guys have always pushed the All Blacks in the last sort of 10 years, but it's always been that fade out towards the end, and there's been a big era, but you just don't have it at the moment. And to be fair, you're coming home strong, and it's whether it's us or you're playing the Box or the Lions. So, I mean, a lot of those boys have come of age. They've been around a while now, but like guys like Harry Wilson and that, they're as good as anyone in the world, to be fair. And then you got the Suaalii has made a massive impact. I wonder how much of just him being him, like I guess the confidence, they're not scarred from previous years. I think he's got a bit of an aura about him, and his mate there, Icky Tau, and everyone else that's coming along for the ride, really. You know, like they're just improving with these sorts of guys who are as good as anyone going.
Chatting with former All Black Stephen the Beaver Donald. Now, Beaver, we were talking before, and you'd be aware of the news that Mark Nwonga-Nawazi is leaving rugby league at the end of next year and he's going back to rugby, and fair play to him. Unbelievable season that he's had. He was the top try scorer in our competition this year to win the Ken Irvine medal. Brian and I were talking, we kind of both agree that, you know, we despite that, we think he should still get picked for the Australian Rugby League team. What would happen in rugby in this same situation if a rugby player on his merits should make the side? However, he may be converting to rugby league. Would that stop him from representing, say, an All Black jersey?
Yeah, it would. I think.
Yeah.
I think there's been boys who have known to have signed overseas to go to Japan, not even go to another code, and they've not even been considered this year, and they're regulars. And I think if you go back to when Mark actually left, I think he still had a year. They knew where he was going, and I think Joe Schmidt said, "No, I won't be picking him." And he said he wants guys committed. The same happened with young Carter, who ended up at the Titans.
Yep.
He said, "No, I'm going to pick guys who are going to be here." So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one because, geez, he's had a year for the Roosters, hasn't he?
Oh, he's been. Did he do this sort of stuff in Union, Beav? Like the flick passes.
Oh.
I know he was good in the air, but did we see what was his strengths in Union?
Well, I think, to be fair, I think it's clearly what you've seen, but I don't think he got as many touches, and because admittedly, he was getting squeezed and he was under a lot of pressure in a Wallabies team that wasn't firing. I think if you chucked him back in there now, firstly he's got to probably, he'll have a fight on his hands to get in there with guys like Jorgensen and that going so well too. But you chuck him in there now, he's probably going to be walking into a different Wallabies team from when he left it.
Right. Well, maybe he just suits league better. Do you think he's free flowing, like he's risk taking? Does it maybe his skills it suits league rather than Union? The opportunities he gets in league.
I have wondered that, Fletch, because like where he probably struggled in Union was when he got into, I guess, those big test matches where teams squeeze you by kicking down your channels and with a good chase line, your only option is to kick back. Yeah. But sometimes you chance the arm, and obviously in league if you get tackled you play the ball. But if you get tackled in rugby and there's no one else around, you're in trouble and you get turned over, and that's a massive issue. So, mate, I think there's a fair argument that he is ideally possibly suited to league because, geez, watching him for the Roosters as the years unvolved, it's been unbelievable.
So how would it work, B? Because people were saying, well, the Wallabies, now you might not know this answer, but he's going to earn most of his money playing overseas. So does that mean that when he gets paid by the Wallabies, it'll just be match payments? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think Aussie's pretty similar to us, where you essentially get assembly fees. So if you're in the 30 that assembled for that test week or what have you, you get a cut rate, and that's it. And then I'd imagine, because from all the talk is he's not going to play Super Rugby in Australia. He's going to go to either France or Japan, which is obviously financially beneficial. But they're going to have to pick him from there. I'd say he'll go to Japan. I can't see him going to France. It doesn't make much sense.
So how do those comps measure up to the Super Rugby beef?
Oh, France is of a high standard. It's just a different footy. It's a lot more kicking and a lot more conservative. But Japan's a lot of levels down. There's no hiding from that. You talk it up when you're playing up there, Sugar, but I tell you what. But the reality is it's pretty similar to playing in your local park,
Well, so the Wallabies coaching staff wouldn't want that then, would they? They're not going to put a guy. No. If you've got 12 months before a World Cup and you're over there playing, no disrespect to the Japanese rugby player, but if you're playing against the bloke who works as the photocopying, how is that going to be beneficial to Australia?
Well, that's what I found quite surprising. I still don't quite buy it that he's not playing for the Waratahs or someone like that. I would have thought if he wants to be serious about coming back and playing for Wallabies, then he as you say, he can't go and play for Japan in Japan, and as you say, play against some of the boys who are part timers and probably half his size.
I've never met someone who works full time in the photocopying room.
They do. Have you been to
job.
Have you been to
It's a
Japan?
No.
Mate, there's photocopiers everywhere over there. In Japan. There's correct me if I'm wrong. Ricoh, RICOH.
Yes.
What else?
Canon.
Toshiba.
There's all these. There's what about who?
Fujitsu.
Blitzkrieg. Oh, that was Toyota. That was the Blitz team.
Oh, that's great.
Now, Beeve, I don't want to talk
Yes.
about it, but the dynasty is over. Your Penny Panthers.
I know.
Oh.
Well, I've woken up today and I'm sure the 17 of us same, but they're probably thinking, how did that 15 minutes unfold?
Yeah. I
I genuinely thought we don't lose this.
No.
I'm talking about where the bombers out there, but I just couldn't see us losing.
No, and I couldn't see Brisbane scoring.
No.
We saw it in the first
No.
half. I thought, this is over. And then, well, congratulations. They were just
Unbelievable.
tougher. They were
Unbelievable.
They tried to. I saw what they did. They tried to get under Nathan's skin, and they got under. They got. Geez, wouldn't you want to play with Liam Martin? Geez, you'd be a great teammate, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's like your crazy Arnie at Christmas. Don't you reckon? He even's got the hairstyle of that
Yeah.
crazy Arnie.
Oh,
She has
what
she
about
has
the
too many-
intensity?
too
The
many
intensity
sherbets.
when Nathan got hit, he just flew in. I loved it.
When you think about it, boys, and Brian and I were talking about this last week, Beeve, mate, these guys are going to be high candidates for divorce. And I say this with the best intentions. Mate, they're having a reunion every year, just about.
Yes.
Like every year. Oh, sorry, love, we got the reunion again.
Yeah.
Every year. It's amazing, isn't it?
5 years in a row.
Yeah.
Who's your pick?
You went last year.
Who do you feel?
Oh,
Who do you think?
I think there's so many stories around the Bronx that it would be nice, but I just think maybe Melbourne have sort of got it together. They've been tough to back though, Melbourne. I know it's funny to say, but they just seem like you almost can't rely on them when you, as far as the punting team goes, because, geez, they've had some shockers in them this year, but I think they'll get there, won't they?
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's going to be some grand final. We think it's going to break all records. Beeve, good on you, mate. Just a quick tip. And just before we go with the Bledisloe, we head to Perth for the next game. Should it be a best of three or not?
I think now, and this is not being patronising,
No.
now that the Wallabies are back,
Yep.
I think it's got to be. Like, they cut the third one because it was getting a little bit tough to sell.
Gotcha.
Because it was getting, but definitely now I think it's three. There's talk of an Anzac Day test, and
Yes.
Oh,
we were a bit
yes.
stubborn on it here. I think game one's on Anzac Day, and then you play the two like we are now in the championship. I think it makes sense now.
Oh, that'd be
Beautiful.
good.
So this is part of the championship, isn't it? The rugby championship.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, so that we're still playing for something here. That's the main thing.
Yeah, no, the Wallabies win and Argentina win. The
Yep.
Wallabies will win it all.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's still anyone's.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
perfect.
anyone's.
Beautiful, Beef, mate. Great to hear your dulcet tones once again,
Yes,
and
Beef.
we look forward to catching up shortly.
Cheers, guys. Good to hear from you.
See you, Beef.
For more like that, all you've got to do is follow the Sportsday with Sats and Rat socials. That is Sats Rat SEN. That's on X and Instagram, and listen live on SEN Radio.